You are welcome to the course Digestive System of Farm Animals. In this section, we are going to look at digestion in various livestock and compare their guts. Digestion is the breakdown of feed occurring along the digestive tract. The digestive tract may be thought as a long tube through which feed passes. As feed passes through the digestive tract, it is broken down into smaller metabolizable units. These units of feed are absorbed as nutrients, and the remains are passed out of the body as urine and feces. Firstly, we'll be looking at the digestive system of poultry. And the picture you are seeing is the avian digestive system. The fowl digestive system breaks down ingested feed to basic components by mechanical and chemical means. The fowl in this case refers to all kinds of poultry birds because their digestive system is similar. The basic components are then absorbed and used throughout the body. A knowledge of the digestive process greatly assists in understanding the nutritive requirements of the birds. Any animal can be thought as a biological machine that converts raw material into a finished product, in this case of poultry feed, into meat and eggs. This is the flowchart of the digestion process. Feed will pass from the mouth to the esophagus, to the crop, to the proventriculus, which is the glandular stomach, and then to the gizzard, which is the muscular stomach, then to the small intestine, the paired ceca, then into the large intestine, and expelled at the cloaca. Not all ingested materials or ingesta goes through the ceca, which are mainly for breakdown of dietary fiber. The other organs vital to digestion are the liver and pancreas. Taking all these organs one after the other. The mouth. A distinctive characteristic of bird is the absence of lips and teeth. Instead, the bird has a hard beak that can be used for grasping, tearing, and scooping feed. The tongue contains the hyoid bone aimed at the lower jaw and is pointed at the anterior tip with several barbed points projecting posteriorly on each side. Since the bird cannot swallow, the tongues move back and forth, piercing and forcing the food or the feed down the esophagus. There are several salivary glands in the mouth that contribute some moisture containing a starch-reducing enzyme and then swallowed without chewing. The esophagus. The esophagus is a flexible tube which carries feed from the mouth to the crop. The crop. The crop is a temporary storage pouch at the base of the neck. Here feed is moistened and softened. When the crop is empty or nearly empty, it sends hunger signals to the brain so that the chicken will eat more. Although salivary glands of the mouth secrete the digestive enzyme amylase, very little digestion actually takes place in the crop. It is simply a storage pouch. When the bird has eaten the feed, it takes a little water, and the water moistens the feed in the crop. The Proventriculus. The Proventriculus, also known as the true stomach, is glandular stomach where digestion begins. You see, as with human stomachs, hydrochloric acid and digestive enzymes, for example, pepsin, are added to the feed here and digestion begins. The term proventriculus used since it becomes before the ventriculus, and the ventriculus refers to the gizzard. Pro being a Latin term meaning before. Retention time here depends on the activity of the crop and the gizzard. The gizzard. The gizzard, also known as the ventriculus, is a part of the digestive tract unique to birds, which means only birds have gizzard. It is often referred to as the mechanical stomach. This is where physical breakdown starts. It is made up of two sets of strong muscles which act as the bird's teeth, grinding, mixing, and mashing, which is aided by small stones or grit the bird consumes. The stone or grits are weakened by acidic environment created in the proventriculus and then are ground into pieces by the strong muscle of the gizzard. From there, the chyme moves into the small intestine. The small intestine starts at the exit of the gizzard with a duodenal loop and ends at the ileocecal colon junction. This is a junction where the ileum, the ceca, and the colon met. Feed in the duodenum is neutralized by the addition of more enzymes secreted by the pancreas. This enzyme break down protein. Also added here is bile, produced by the liver and stored in the gallbladder. Bile aids fat digestion. The product of digestion are absorbed into the small intestine and carried to the liver primarily for remanufacture into body tissue or to provide energy. It will amaze you that the small intestine in a mature chicken is over 4.5 feet long in length and terminates at its junction with the large intestine. The ceca. The ceca are two blind end tubes which provide space for microbial fermentation. The ceca normally contains a mustard to dark brown froth which is excreted about once every day. Its main function is associated with breakdown of undigested fiber, although chicken and turkey cannot utilize large amounts commonly associated with some poultry birds. From here, we go to this large intestine. This part of the gut is very small in the birds, in the fowl. The major function of the large intestine are storage of undigested waste materials and serves as a further absorption site, especially for water. The large intestine is relatively short, only about 4 inches in length, terminating at the cloaca. Cloaca. The cloaca or vent is a chamber common to the digestive and urinary systems. It is responsible for the elimination of feces, urine, and passage of eggs or seminal fluid during reproduction. Its opening is at the posterior end of the bed and is known as the vent. When the bird emits fecal waste from its digestive tract, the cloaca actually folds back at the vent, allowing the rectal opening of the large intestine to push out, closing the reproductive opening. Thus, there is minimal chance of fecal waste contaminating the reproductive system. We have accessory organs that secrete enzymes into the alimentary canal. Example is the pancreas. It is a yellow organ lying in the duodenal loop, also produces insulin for the control of blood sugar level, and also it secretes pancreatic juice into the duodenum. Another of such organ is the liver. The liver is the largest organ in the body. It is divided into two lobes. It produces bile, which is temporarily stored in the gallbladder and is a major detoxification organ. Bile mixes with the chyme as it passes into the next part of the small intestine. An understanding of the structures and function of the digestive tract of the bird is important to understand the need for highly specialized diets, which are low in fiber and containing all the necessary nutrients in adequate amount that are relatively easy to digest. I have to let you know that closely associated with the digestive system is the process of excretion in the urinary system or excretory system. This includes the elimination of waste products of body metabolism, which involves the kidney. The kidney are paired, each consisting of 3 lobes, dorsally located along the vertical column posterior to the lungs. The ureters are long tubes that connect the kidney with the cloaca for the purpose of transporting the waste product out of the body. The bird has no urinary bladder and thus does not produce a watery urine as do mammals. It excretes the ureates or products of metabolism as solids that are added to feces as a white carb. This brings us to the end of the first episode. Thank you for listening.